Hey everyone! Welcome to another episode of Therapy Talk, where we talk about all things mental health. My name is Lloyd Fidere, and I'm a psychotherapist here in New York City. I'm also the owner of a group private practice called Blue Harbor Psychotherapy. And I'm filming this video on a Sunday, and by the time I post this, will be during the week. So I hope that you all are having a good week so far. All right, and as always, if you're new to my channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and also that bell notification so you know when I have a new video up in my channel. Also, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, big like, alrighty? So I'm sure all of you, maybe most of you, watched and saw that recent Oprah interview of Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan Markle. And as I've seen all over social media, all of you have your own opinions about what was talked about during the interview. Right? There's so many, I guess, controversies, people's opinions about, is Meghan telling the truth? You know, how could the royal family do that to her? Issues of race, the tabloids, the impact of social media, etc. And I just want to point out that this video right now, what I'm doing, is not about what I think of the interview in terms of do I side with Harry and Meghan, the royal family, all that. All right. Today's video, I want to share with all of you my reactions on the things that were talked about during the interview regarding mental health. All right. I'm a therapist. That's what I talk about almost every day, is all about mental health. So there were a few parts of the interview that really struck me that I want to react to, share my opinions, my perspectives, and hopefully share some resources and knowledge to all of you with regards to mental health. All right, so let's look at this first clip. You know, a lot of what Meghan said during this interview, you know, that she did not see a solution, that committing suicide would solve everything, that she felt trapped, that she felt ashamed to admit or to say something. These are just some of the reasons that I've heard from people, from clients of mine, from people that I know, some of the reasons why they want to kill themselves or commit suicide. They feel that their problem is so big, that is so hard, that the best and easiest thing to do is just not be here. Right? They feel like no one else can help them, that they are a burden to their friends or family members or loved ones. So it's just best for them to not be here, to kill themselves. Right? And this thing about being scared to be alone because of what they might do if they are alone. Right? This is very true, very real. Right? I've definitely had situations where a client indicated or expressed suicidal ideations or thoughts during a session, and I did not want them to leave this office alone because they did say that they're afraid. They're afraid. I'm afraid, Lloyd, of what I might do after I leave your office. So I had to contact like their emergency contact person, pick them up from the office, escort them home, make sure they're safe, or even go to the nearest emergency room to make sure that they get the help they need. I know of other therapists who called 911 and have an ambulance come to their office to pick up and escort the client to the nearest emergency room to make sure that they're safe and that they get the help they need. Right? So suicide is a very big problem in our society today. You know, in fact, I'm gonna link up here a video I did a few years ago on suicide prevention. All right, that talked about statistics about suicide in this country and the things that we can do to help someone. Right. So, if you or you know of someone who are having thoughts of suicide, or hurting themselves or yourself, please know that you're not alone, okay? That there's help out there. You can contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255. And also, don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. Reach out to your friends, your family members, all right, for support, or go to your nearest emergency room. I want to make sure that you're safe. And again, please know that you're not alone and that there's help out there. It's still not easy for a lot of people to get the help they need when it comes to their mental health. There are still barriers to mental health treatment. And what Meghan and Prince Harry said during an interview are just some of those reasons. Meghan said that she went to the institution and she was told no because it will not be good for the institution, right? Prince Harry said that it was not a conversation that they have, within the family. That he was ashamed to admit that Meghan needed help, and also for him that he needed help. Right? That this is just not this is just how it is within their family. And again, the feeling of being trapped. All right. Again, these are some of the reasons why a lot of people, they don't reach out for help. Right? Why it's difficult for them to get the help. I know of clients who are of certain cultures where if they talk to someone else outside of the family about, or get help or talk about their problems, that is putting shame in the family. You don't air your dirty laundry. That's just not the way it is. You keep it within the family, right? And also that, again, these are just some reasons or examples why there is still stigma around mental health. There's still a lack of education when it comes to mental health. Not everyone believes, that there is such thing as clinical depression or anxiety or bipolar or any kind of mental health issue. They just don't believe it's real. That's why they don't go and seek out help, or if someone approaches them for help, they say no because they don't understand, they don't know. There's still stigma around mental health. All right. And there's other challenges or barriers to mental health treatment. There is accessibility. All right. If you go to the rural areas of this country, there's just not a lot of services, both medical or mental health. I know, correct me if I'm wrong, that a lot of therapists are mostly like in the big cities or the suburbs. There's really not a lot of services out in the country or in the rural areas. That's why I'm very thankful that during this pandemic, telemedicine, telehealth, teletherapy, grew or increased. People, accessing those services. That's why I'm hoping that Congress or state governments or insurance companies make telehealth, telemedicine coverage permanent, even after the pandemic ends, because it will just help so many people access quality mental health treatment. Okay? And there's also the issue of affordability. I mean, let's face it, therapy is not cheap, That's why I've decided when I started private practice to be part of certain insurance networks or panels, because I want to make sure that therapy is affordable to a lot of people. If they use their insurance benefits, they just pay a copay or a percentage of my fee, right? So again, that's another thing. And I would hope, again, in terms of our government, insurance companies, to make sure that mental health is affordable to people in general. All right. You know what Megan just said? It is so true. You just don't know. We just don't know. All right? What's going on in someone's life, right? We don't know what's happening behind closed doors. You know, you may see someone, like, let's say at a party, an event, they're so happy, they're so social, but deep inside they're going through a lot of issues. You know, we just don't know these things, you know. People put a front, you know, they put a smile, or they try to appear a certain way because they don't want to let people know that they're depressed or they're anxious or they have a mental health issue, right? So I think it's important to remember that. And also that once people admit that they have a mental health issue or they're struggling and that they need help, we have to show compassion to them, okay? We need to be supportive, right? Some people will say, well, Lloyd, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do to help that person. Honestly, sometimes the best thing we can do is just listening. Provide the safe space for individuals to just be vulnerable, to be scared, to admit that they're going through hard times, to admit that they need help. Sometimes listening and just giving them that space, that safe space, is enough, and that's already very helpful. Okay. Of course, if you know resources, then you share to them, these resources, and just again, just being supportive in that way. Okay. But again, it's very important. A very important thing to remember is just to show compassion, and also very important. And as Meghan said, it takes so much courage, okay, to admit that someone needs help. Okay. That's why I always say to people who come to me for therapy, I always acknowledge, I always validate, and let them know that I admire their courage to come to me and say, Lloyd, I need your help. Okay, for them to admit that they're going through hard times, that they're reaching out for help. So to anyone out there who is going through hard times, who has a mental health issue, who is, reaching out to seek help, mental health treatment, already in therapy, I applaud you for your courage to admit that you need help and that you're getting the help that you need. And for everyone who is contemplating and thinking about getting help, don't be ashamed. It's okay. First of all, it's okay to not be okay. Right? It's okay to admit that you are going through difficult times. And again, it's okay to reach out for support and for your help, and for help. So whether that's reaching out to your friends, to your family members, to your doctors, or reaching out to a therapist, it's okay. Go do it. All right? There's nothing to be ashamed of. So whatever you think about Oprah's interview with Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan, all right, whether you believe them or not, or whether you believe, the royal family, or whatever you might think, just remember that mental health is real, that a lot of people are struggling with mental health issues, that they need our compassion. And for people out there who are going through hard times, who are going through mental health issues, please remember that it's okay to not be okay, that you're not alone, there's help out there, and that it's okay to reach out for help. And that is something that I commend you, that you're brave and courageous for doing that. So don't forget that. All right. So if you have any questions or comments, please make sure to put them down in the comment section. You can also email me at lloyd@blueharborpsychotherapy.com, or you can check out our website, blueharborpsychotherapy.com. And again, don't forget to give this video a big like, a big thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you know when I have a new video up in my channel. And please make sure to share this video to your friends and families. I hope that all of you can learn a lot from this video. Alright, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And as I always say at the end of all my videos, I want to wish all of you to have a happy mental health day. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Thank you.